Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get him now.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards on the ground.
First down, Seahawks.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Penny trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short, and he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mike by 4.
Hey, wahoo! Ready.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Man, I got you. Hey, switch.
Hey, Zoom.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 60 yards.
Check it back, check it back.
On first down, it's Hines, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Kill, kill, kill.
Recon, 132, 5 step.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And some space here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 5. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now Rashad Penny. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Cut, 15. Tighten down. Tighten down. There you go.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them were bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here's the party now. Check. Go. Lead gripper. Lead gripper.
Now Ambrose to throw. Operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, he gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some room to roam now. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert. 6 guys. Check 6. Gun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
Mike, 380.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now it's Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, box drop. Ready?
On second down, it's Hines.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Come on now, let's go.
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
I got you, son. I got you.
On second down now. It's Hines. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
On third down, Hines. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for... And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 57 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
70, Indy. Big grip.
On 3rd down, Hines. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You draw purple.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he connects with Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Penny, a first down carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now he'll escape to his right. He's going to look. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. This complete to Lockett. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. No. General West. Snap.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Naeem Hines, 67 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a 1st down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time